Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we are looking at episode 3 of the Aztecs. And this is my favorite one so far. Again, the camera looks better. The camera, either it looks better or I'm just adjusting to it, and it doesn't have that weird blurring effect that episode 1 had really bad. It's almost like just this specific episode was in better shape than the first one. And the second one had been an improvement over the first one as well. I really like a lot of the stuff going on here. I love right there at the beginning of episode 3 when Barbara rushes in to save Ian and they're just like, if you are a god, save your servant. And she just pulls the knife to that dude's throat. It's like, if he dies, you die. Oh, I love Barbara. I love Barbara. She's so savage. I mean, as I was watching it, I was just sitting there cackling. I was like, I love Barbara. Man, anytime people are like, oh, the women in 60s Doctor Who weren't treated right. We've grown so much since then. Women were treated as like second class back in the 60s. I'm like, people, have you seen Barbara? Barbara is great. Barbara is amazing. Go watch Barbara. And she's like that throughout this whole story. She does not take anything from anybody. I like when Ian warns her about the butcher guy, I can never remember his name, about them plotting to do something to her, but he doesn't know what. And they try to offer her that poison. You see Ian, that drink without telling her it's poison to see if she's a god or not, and whether or not she'll survive it. And immediately she thinks quick on her feet. It's like, well, since you want to honor me, I should honor you. You drink. And the way she hands it back to him, you drink it. And then to the other guy, you. And when they're like, I like how she just picks it up and throws it on the ground like a god enraged would. Try to poison me. I love how she plays that whole scene. I loved it. It did come across as like, angering a god. I love that. And how quickly she came up with it when she realized, holy crap, they're trying to poison me. That's just showmanship. Showmanship. Throughout this whole thing, the way Jaclyn Hill is playing Barbara in the story, I'm loving. Just like how she's being firm and in control when she has to be, seeing her in a controlled state of distress when she finds out Susan is supposed to be punished, and seeing her trying to find ways to prevent that from happening. It's really good acting. I also really enjoy Hartnell in this one as well. I love when he accidentally gets engaged and he's drinking the cocoa and she's like, oh, this is a proposal. And you see the first Doctor's face when he's like, when he realizes he's inadvertently proposed marriage, and he's just like, Hartnell's a very versatile actor here. Just so many different things he does with the first Doctor, and that part comes across as very humorous. And I love it later when he tells Ian about it when they're talking, and Ian just finds it so hilarious. And he's just laughing about it. He's like, oh, Doctor, congratulations. And the Doctor's like, oh. I just love his response to that. I also like when the first Doctor's in the garden right at the beginning of the episode, and the butcher guy's there too, talking about the thorns. It's not, it's not magic, it's just poison, And the first Doctor's like, oh, go away. Just like he's like, oh, go away. Like, I don't have time for you. I have stuff going on. I like finding out that there actually are no drawings to the cave entrance and that the architect's son had lied. Strategy and cunning. I like that. I thought that was neat that he pulled one over the first Doctor like that. I got a kick out of that. It's so weird when the guy is setting the stone back in place at the end. I keep expecting the Doctor to do like some Venetian Aikido. I mean, I'm not really expecting it as the first Doctor, but I'm so used to the Doctor being able to stop him. If that had been John Pertwee, we would have heard a, hi! And he would have stopped the guy. I guess Hartnell's just too old at this point in that incarnation. He can't do it anymore. I'm like, come on, Doctor, when did you learn your Venetian Aikido? You need to be using it right here. Ian's gonna drown, but you're sitting there going, darn, he's setting the block into place. Which, of course, regeneration hadn't been thought of as a concept yet. It's one of those things, just looking back on it, from now and present day and going, he should have been able to do something there. Whack him with the cane. If there had been a shovel handy, the first Doctor would have been like, just wasn't a shovel handy. But yeah, I liked this one a lot more. Again, I like the guy playing kind of the butcher character with a little stripe on him. Again, it's a little over the top, but like you would expect from a kid's show. Kind of like a Scooby-Doo villain being a little over the top. You know, the way he does his voice. It fits perfectly for a kid's TV show. It's that just a little bit of overacting. Not hammy, but just a little bit of overacting. That comes across well. I really like his portrayal of the character. So I've been enjoying it a lot more. I really liked episode 3 a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing how episode 4 will conclude it. So that is my thoughts on episode 3 of the Aztecs. I would like to know what you think of the Aztecs, so comment down below and let me know what you think. I also have a Patreon if you like what I do and would like to contribute to what I do. There is a link to my Patreon down in the description below if you want to support me that way. I want to give a shout out to 2 of my top tier patrons, Stephen Crane and the 5th Doctor. I really appreciate their support, just as I appreciate the support of all of my patrons and all of my subscribers. I also want to thank Steve Knievel, one of my subscribers, who actually sent me this copy of the Aztecs. I do have a P.O. box, and I just got it recently, and he sent me that, as well as a copy of Planet of the Giants, which I also appreciate as well. My P.O. box is also in the description below. If there's anything Doctor Who related, sci-fi related, or just anything in general you want me to review, check that out. My Amazon wish list is also down below. I have a link to that in the description as well if there's anything there you would like to send me. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.